Alright, so you walk into the gym, you bow to the mats, and you're ready to learn. You're picking up techniques, you're drilling, you're maybe even surviving your first few rolls. But there's that little feeling in the back of your head, that bit of anxiety you can't quite put your finger on. You feel like an outsider, like there's a whole conversation going on that you're just not a part of. Well, here's the thing, you're not wrong. There is a secret language being spoken all around you. A code of conduct that isn't written on the wall next to the schedule. These are the unwritten rules of jiu-jitsu, and whether you know it or not, you're probably breaking them. And breaking these rules doesn't just make you look a little clueless, it's actively costing you training partners. It's slowing down your progress. It's the reason that blue belt you look up to never seems to make eye contact when it's time to pair up. So in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm going to give you the secret BJJ etiquette decoder ring that nobody ever sits you down to explain. We're going to cover everything from basic hygiene to the rules of sparring so you can stop making these invisible mistakes and transform from the awkward new person into a training partner everyone respects and actually wants to roll with. Let's start with the most fundamental and frankly, the most disgusting mistakes. Rule number 1, the stinky gi. The first and maybe the most critical unwritten rule is all about the state of your gi. You show up to class and your gi has that faint or not so faint smell of mildew and old sweat. You might think nobody notices, or worse, you think it's just part of the fighter smell. Let me be real with you. Everybody notices. It's the first thing they notice. A dirty gi isn't just a little unpleasant, it's a huge sign of disrespect to everyone you train with. It tells them you don't value their health or comfort. Jiu-jitsu is up close and personal. We're breathing the same air, face to face. When you bring a stinky gi onto the mat, you're forcing your training partner to spend the next hour being smothered by your fermented laundry. Even worse, a dirty, damp gi is a walking petri dish for bacteria, ringworm, and staph. You are literally putting your partner's health at risk because you couldn't be bothered to do a load of laundry. People will start to associate you with that smell and that risk. They'll see you coming and suddenly need to get a drink of water, or they'll conveniently have already found a partner. The solution here is non-negotiable. Wash your gi and your belt after every single class. No, you can't just air it out. No, spraying it with Febreze is not a solution. The second you get home, take your gi out of your bag and wash it. If you absolutely can't, at the very least, hang it up somewhere to dry completely. Never ever leave it in a wet ball in your gym bag or the trunk of your car. A clean gi is the absolute bare minimum. Master this, and you've passed the first test. Rule number 2. The fingernail razors. The next rule is about the little weapons on the ends of your hands and feet. I'm talking about your fingernails and toenails. It's easy to forget to check them, and you might think it's no big deal. Trust me, it's a very big deal. It's a major safety hazard. Long, sharp nails are tiny razor blades. During a scramble or a grip fight, those nails will scratch, cut, and dig into your partner's skin. A simple scratch on the arm or face can easily get infected in a gym environment. I've seen people get nasty cuts on their face and neck, all from a partner who just forgot this one simple thing. It's painful, it's distracting, and it's 100% avoidable. If someone gets scratched by you once, they'll be cautious. If it happens twice, they'll just stop rolling with you. It signals that you're careless. The fix takes 30 seconds. Before you leave for the gym, make it a habit. Check your fingernails and toenails. They need to be cut short and filed smooth. No sharp edges. It's a simple act that shows your partners you're thinking about their well-being. Pro tip, keep a pair of clippers in your gym bag as a backup. This tiny habit builds a huge amount of trust. Rule number 3, the personal funk. This one can be a little delicate, but it's essential. You are responsible for the personal atmosphere you bring to the mat. And that includes body odor and bad breath. We've all done it. Long day at work, you rush to the gym, and you jump on the mat without a second thought. For your partner, the misery is immediate. Imagine being stuck in a tight side control, and the person on top of you has overpowering BO or breath that smells like yesterday's coffee and onions. It's sickening. It makes it hard to breathe, hard to think, and it turns a good training session into an exercise in pure survival. Your partner isn't thinking about escaping the position. They're thinking about how badly they want the round to be over so they can escape you. It all comes back to respect. The solution should be part of your pre-training ritual. If you can, a quick rinse-off shower before class is amazing. At a minimum, wear deodorant. Brush your teeth or use mouthwash before you step on the mat. And on the flip side, don't douse yourself in cologne or perfume because that can be just as bad. The goal is to be neutral, just clean and neutral. You want to be remembered for your technique and your good attitude, not as that smelly guy. Rule number 4, the biohazard breach. You've got a little cough, a weird rash you're not sure about, or a small cut on your finger. You figure you'll just train through it because you don't want to miss a class. This is one of the most selfish things you can do. Training while you're sick or have a potential skin infection is a massive violation of the trust that holds the gym together. That minor cold can sweep through the whole academy, knocking your friends out of training for a week. That small rash could be the start of a ringworm or staph outbreak, which can have serious health consequences and even shut the entire gym down for cleaning. You're not being tough by training sick. You're being reckless with the health of every single person in that room. The solution is all about personal responsibility. If you're sick and contagious, stay home, period. If you have any kind of skin rash or infection, stay off the mats until it's gone or a doctor clears you. No exceptions. If you get cut and start bleeding during a roll, you have to stop immediately, clean it, bandage it securely, and clean any blood off the mat or your partner. Everyone's health is way more important than one day of training. Rule number 5, the Training Room World Championship. So you're a beginner and you're rolling with another white belt, or maybe a smaller, more technical blue belt. Your one and only goal is to win. You use every ounce of your strength, you go 100 miles an hour, and you turn every single roll into a fight for your life. This every roll is the world finals mindset is a plague. You think you're showing heart, but what you're actually showing is that you're a dangerous and unproductive partner. When you go 100% all the time, technique goes out the window, and it just becomes a spazzy, chaotic mess. The risk of injury skyrockets for both of you. Your partner has to match your intensity just to stay safe, and they walk away feeling beat up and annoyed, not better at jiu-jitsu. They will remember you as that guy, and they will avoid you. Higher belts especially have zero interest in getting hurt by a frantic white belt treating a 5-minute round like the ADCC finals. The solution is to change your goal. Your goal in training isn't to win, it's to learn. Learn to match your partner's energy. If they're going light and technical, you go light and technical. If you're rolling with someone smaller or newer, your job is to work on your technique without just smashing them. Adopt a catch and release philosophy. When you get a submission, great. You don't need to crank it to prove a point. You got there. Release it and keep rolling. This mindset of roll to improve, not to prove, will earn you the trust of everyone in the room. Rule number 6, the art of the tap. You get caught in a submission. It's on tight. Your ego starts screaming, "Don't you dare tap. You can get out of this." So you hold on, refusing to give up, waiting until your arm is about to pop or the world starts to go dark. This is probably the single most dangerous mistake you can make. Refusing to tap is a direct flight to a serious injury. A torn ligament or a dislocated shoulder can put you out of training for months. But it's more than that. It puts your training partner in a horrible spot. They're forced to either injure you or let go of a submission they earned. If they do hurt you, they'll feel awful about it. And if it keeps happening, they'll just stop trying to submit you, or they'll stop rolling with you entirely because they don't trust you to protect yourself. You become a liability. The solution is simple: tap early and tap often. The tap isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of intelligence. It's how we communicate. It says, "You got me, nice one, let's reset and go again." The tap is what allows us to train this dangerous martial art for decades. Tap clearly on your partner or the mat. If your hands are stuck, tap with your feet or just say, "Tap." There is zero shame in it. Every black belt on the planet has tapped out thousands and thousands of times. It's how we learn. Rule number 7. What happens right after the tap? Now, for the flip side of that rule, your partner taps. You feel their hands slap your leg or hear it on the mat. The mistake here is holding onto that submission for even a split second after the tap. You might be excited you finally got it, but that extra half second of pressure is the difference between a good roll and a trip to the hospital. Holding on after the tap is the ultimate sin in jiu-jitsu. It completely shatters trust. There is no faster way to get labeled as a dangerous or malicious partner. Do it once, and people will talk. Do it twice, and you might get asked to leave the gym. The solution is to train your reaction. The absolute instant you feel or hear a tap, you let go. Completely. It has to be an automatic, conditioned response, no excuses. Your partner is trusting you with their safety, and you have to honor that trust by releasing immediately. This sends a clear message: I respect your safety. That trust is the currency of a good jiu-jitsu gym. Rule number 8, the human bowling ball. You're in a heated roll, so focused on your opponent that you completely lose track of everything else. You scramble, you sweep, and suddenly you crash right into another pair of people. This lack of spatial awareness is a classic beginner mistake, and on a crowded mat, it's incredibly dangerous. Crashing into another group can cause a chain reaction of injuries, a knee to the head, a rolled ankle, turning controlled training into chaos. While accidents happen, being constantly oblivious shows a lack of respect for everyone else sharing the space. The solution is to develop your mat vision. Always be aware of the space around you. If the mats are crowded, the unwritten rule is that the lower ranks yield space to the higher ranks. If you see your roll is about to collide with a pair of brown belts, it's on you to stop and move to a safer spot. And if you're sitting on the side, your job is to be a lookout. Give a heads up to pairs that are getting too close to each other or to a wall. It shows you care about the safety of the whole team, not just your own roll. Rule number 9, the schoolyard bully stuff. You're in a tough spot, you can't remember the technique, and you panic. So you resort to something you saw in a movie or did on the playground. You grab a single finger, you dig your elbow into their ribs, you try a headlock, or you just try to crush their face with your forearm. These are what we call dirty or cheap moves. They aren't jiu-jitsu. Grabbing individual small joints like fingers, gouging, biting, or pulling hair are all totally off limits. They have a high risk of injury and serve zero technical purpose. They're a sign of desperation and a lack of control. It tells your partner you'd rather hurt them than lose a position. The solution is simple. Stick to the jiu-jitsu you've been taught. If you're in a bad spot and don't know the answer, that's okay. That's literally the whole point of learning. Just defend yourself, try to survive, and if you get submitted, make a mental note to ask the coach about that position later. The training room is a laboratory for learning jiu-jitsu, not an anything-goes street fight. Stick to the art. Rule number 10, talking while the teacher is talking. The instructor is at the front of the room, showing a technique. You turn to your buddy and start whispering about your last roll, or you start trying the move while the coach is still talking. This is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. When you talk while the instructor is teaching, you're not just disrespecting the coach, you're also distracting everyone around you who is actually trying to learn. The people behind you can't see, the people next to you can't hear, and you're just being that kid from the back of the classroom. Everyone notices. The solution: when the instructor is teaching, you're silent and still. All eyes and ears up front. Period. Your job is to be a sponge. If you have a question, wait for them to ask. Don't talk to your neighbor. Don't pre-drill the move. This focus won't just help you learn faster, it will show everyone that you're serious and you respect the environment. Rule number 11, fixing the move during drills. You're drilling the technique of the day. You think you found a better way to do it, or you just start doing some other move you saw on YouTube. Even worse, you're a white belt drilling with a blue belt, and you try to correct their form. This is a classic enthusiastic mistake. The whole point of drilling is to build muscle memory for the specific technique the coach just showed. When you go off script, you're robbing yourself and your partner of the chance to get their reps in. And trying to coach a higher belt, that comes across as arrogant. They have put in way more time than you, and they have a deeper understanding you don't have yet. The solution is to drill the technique exactly as it was taught. Your job is to be a good cooperative partner. Let them work, then you work. The goal is repetition. If you're genuinely confused, who's the best person to ask? The instructor. Wait for your coach to walk by and ask for help. Be a good student. Humility will get you way further than trying to be an assistant coach. Rule number 12, the higher belt invitation. It's time for live rolling. You see the black belt instructor or a tough brown belt sitting on the side. You, a fresh white belt, walk right up to them and ask, "Wanna roll?" While this seems confident, in many gyms, it's a small breach of etiquette. There's often a hierarchy. Generally, the higher belt invites the lower belt. Walking up and calling out a black belt can be seen as presumptuous. They might be resting, they might have a specific person they need to train with, or they just might not want to spend a round fending off a beginner. It puts them in an awkward position to say no. The solution is to be patient and available. The best way to get that role with a higher belt is to be a great training partner for everyone else. Be safe, be respectful, and work hard. They notice that stuff. They're always watching. The best move is to position yourself near them, make eye contact, and give a small nod. That's the universal signal for, "I'm ready if you are." Let them do the asking. When they do ask you, take it as a huge compliment. It means they've seen your hard work and are willing to invest their time in you. You have to earn it, not demand it. Rule number 13, asking about your next belt. You've been training for a few months, you feel like you're getting better, and you start wondering, what's next? So you go up to your coach and ask, "Hey coach, what do I need to do to get my blue belt?" This question is almost universally disliked by instructors. A promotion isn't something you ask for, it's something you earn. Asking about it implies the belt is your only motivation, not the art itself. It can sound impatient, and it subtly questions your coach's judgment as if you think they might have forgotten about you. The solution is to trust the process. Just focus on showing up, training hard, being a good partner, and learning everything you can. Your progress is the only application you need. Your instructor sees you. They see your attendance, your attitude, and your skill. The belt will come when it's time. Chasing a belt leads to frustration. Chasing knowledge is the real journey, and trust me, when you finally get that promotion without ever having asked, it will feel 1,000 times better. Let your jiu-jitsu do the talking. So there you have it. The secret code that governs pretty much every jiu-jitsu gym on the planet. It all boils down to 3 things: hygiene, safety, and respect. Be the person who shows up clean, be the partner who rolls safe and respects the tap, and be the student who listens and respects the knowledge in the room. I know it seems like a lot, and you might be worried you've already broken half these rules. Don't be. We were all beginners once. We've all made these mistakes. The important thing is that now you know. Now you have the decoder ring. Now you know how to be a training partner that people seek out, not avoid. Your journey in Jiu-Jitsu will be so much better when your teammates and instructors see you're putting in the effort and they want to share their knowledge with you. Now go wash your gi, trim your nails, and be the best training partner you can be. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more content to help you on your Jiu-Jitsu journey. And I want to hear from you. What are some unwritten rules from your gym? What's the biggest etiquette mistake you've ever seen? Drop them in the comments below. I read every single one. See you on the mats.